You're a man with a fork in a world of soup. I like that. And while I'm doing this, time shouldn't really pass, because it should only pass during dialogue. I guess I'm gonna head to the pawn shop. Because there may be some more bottles there.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Oh shit, we could make a patsy. Case solved.
All in a good day's work.
Wait, what did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's your husband, the missing husband.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit.
Give me champagne, I'm going in.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
This is stupid, which is why I'm gonna do it. Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
Well, I found him nevertheless. I'm that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
She's getting impatient. Her hand's now picking on a random book cover. Our hammer-toting comrade was at the bottom of those stairs.
I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
I found a working-class drunk, and I thought he might be
Right,
yours.
'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
I'll do sorry, cop. Something bad, I guess. I'm sorry, I say stupid things sometimes. I didn't mean to annoy.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
But you told me your husband's alright.
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
So is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends. I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She has completely forgotten about her books, staring blank into the distance instead.
There. She's worried now.
Kim, is it just me, or do we have a missing persons case here?
I wouldn't be so sure.
He replies before turning to face the working-class
Man,
woman.
Just to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police?
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
Honestly, I just think missing persons cases are mysterious. I'm gonna go with that.
They are not all they're cracked up to be, officer.
Why not?
Because people either show up on their own, or you never find them.
But isn't that
I'd
mysterious?
say there's nothing mysterious about incompleteness. It's in fact rather unpleasant.
You're wrong there. Incompleteness is the essence of mystery.
Well, I still want one. I want a missing persons
All right,
case.
Dad. He has questions now.
What kind of questions?
Like how Kim is like, Jesus Christ, okay. What does your husband look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
She eyes you from head to toe. So let me guess, he's disco?
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet.
Why did you say that your husband resembles me then?
Well, he's slightly chubby.
I see. What else?
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds,
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
She looks back at you, shaking her head. Somehow, going back and talking to her, this has been a more productive conversation than I expected. I expected her to say, shut the fuck up and go away. But we might actually be getting another case. Well, if that jacket is really that cool, then I can totally understand.
What can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
Hmm. When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I think I got it. Thanks. I'm very surprised. Electrochemistry had nothing to say there.
So you are going to look for him?
She genuinely wants you to now. Don't make her ask.
Oh man, this would be such a fucking prick thing to do. Yes, I will bring him back home to you.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
She tries to maintain a brave front, even though her eyes reveal the opposite.
Huh.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
The woman takes the slip of paper. It's a phone number. I've managed to collect more tasks. Hooray! Find your heraldic bird. Find speed and sniff it. Oh my god, I forgot about that. It's so easy to get distracted in this game. There's so much to do. We'll talk to these people when we come back from the pawn shop. Oh, hey, what's this? Plastic wrapped macaroni stamped with a humanitarian aid. It says humanitarian aid. Tuna fish, not for resale. It says speakers from the people of Samara. It says food gift from the people of Messina. Oh, there's a trash can. Motherfucker's stealing. Well, he probably just has, like, leftovers. Take all? What is this? Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely Comforting. Oh, right, the shop's right here. I thought I had to go further for some reason. Take all? Was this that color last time? I don't know. Let me check.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
Sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Perfect.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Fucking photon emissions.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
No kidding. It's a rad man from a Heimdall t-shirt you got
Hell
there.
yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
You must be a serious man from Heimdall fan.
A fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I do think the Hjelmdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Hjelmdal really existed, but they're wrong.
What did you mean the man from Heimdall was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
He sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect.
In that sometimes it goes backwards.
Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
And photon emissions too, I expect.
Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
I like Inland Empire is getting weird. How much are you selling the t-shirt for?
2 real.
Pretty good.
That's dirt cheap.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
But why? Perhaps I could repay you in some other way?
I deal in goods, not services.
I probably will buy it, but I want to sell stuff first.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I have something else to
Sure.
sell.
Let me have a look.
I'll check my
Anything
pockets.
else you're thinking of selling?
I'm gonna sell this. Just the description itself is not enough to make me hold on to it. This as well. And this. I think I'm going to keep these for reasons I don't totally understand, but I don't have anything to sell.
Another
otherwise.
time, perhaps.
Okay, now that I have enough to pay for 2
What a
days.
shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense Zweihanders.
I'm gonna buy
Welcome to Hyundal, officer.
it. Let's check this shit out. Adds to physical instrument and shivers. But authority is lessened. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to put it on, but I'm glad I bought it. A man from Hyamdal is standing in front of a burning village, dual-wielding his ever-present Zweihanders. So he's got two two-handed swords. His muscles look ready to burst out of the two-dimensional print and onto your three-dimensional life. So he's basically this universe's version of Arnold Schwarzenegger from the 80s. Okay. Now we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to talk to these people.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to angry old Rene first.
Okay.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
Rene, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
You're a man with a fork in a world of soup. I like that.
Look, in his hand, going into his mouth, the sandwich. It's hauntingly beautiful.
Is there anything that can go into your body that electrochemistry will not lust over?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Shouldn't I ask what game it is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Interesting. I have a high percentage of getting in there, acting with hesitation. Grab the ball and show them how it's done. Let's fucking do it. Failed. God damn it.
This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast. Through your sister's breast.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
Oh, I see. I see. There's a game now.
There are no two more harmful words an athlete can hear than good job. And this was downright embarrassing.
I thought something way more spectacular would happen.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
His tone is full of admiration.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
He shakes his head in extreme disdain. Perfect throw? Well, I still feel defeated.
Probably because those rooster pants are squeezing you senseless. Whatever happened to practical, durable, reverential made? Now, what can I do for you?
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling and Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the
In
locals?
Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So, again, you don't know anything?
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Again. Excellent writing. You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was it made by a sea monster rising from the depths? Does it have anything to do with all the bullet holes I've been seeing around?
Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
Yeah, it's squeezing a bull in his fist.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Why shell them here in Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
Inspecting you with some disdain, so I don't know military
He finds
shit.
your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Oh, of course.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Nod thoughtfully and turned to look northeast.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old Rene going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Is that why everything is so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There is a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Hence why he helps the cops and doesn't care what the union thinks.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Oh, that's incendiary. I'm gonna go for it. That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over.
Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking my piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
You want it to be backed up by higher powers.
Instead, all that is just, holy, beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
I mean, I can sort of understand how his past influences the way he feels, but like, when the world moves on, you kind of got to move with it.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Commies wanted toothpaste ads everywhere? Do you hear yourself? Who was this Frisel?
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
And what exactly is a suzerain?
Suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
I see.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
I'm gonna try this white check. I'm gonna fail it, but I'm gonna try it.
As Rene turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly.
I can't believe I succeeded that. How many medals are there?
The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun.
Look at the
A
cross.
crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle.
And look at the sun.
A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below.
The medals. Did you get them
For
for...
bravery.
It's a conflicted topic for the old veteran. There must have been a number of controversial episodes in his service days.
Whoa. Whoa. That's what I was gonna say. Bravery.
I'm sure. but I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies.
I don't know the reputation of anything. Don't even recognize the war.
Son, we should never forget our past. Lots of mistakes were made back then, but there were also lessons.
His voice takes on a tutor-like quality.
Forgetting those times means the mistakes were for nothing. That all those people died for nothing.
Whoa. Sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane.
I love the writing in this game, so I'm totally all about it. So what did you get the medals
For
for?
doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
You play balls with him.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Saved a
It was on
princeling?
the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frisel thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
You know? I think I can.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
No, it's not. All piss and no vinegar. I love that.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion.
Seems like this Drisson guy was like only read about war in like books and comics and was trying to act out his idea of what war was.
The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
Pretty damn clever indeed. Do I? I get XP for it, I think.
I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
Jesus.
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
Oh,
It's painful to even think about.
no shit.
Hang on to the story. Veterans get sentimental after such retellings. This might yield something useful.
Okay, then what did you do?
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me.
Ugh.
The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
I've been through worse. I give up. I can't imagine living without my jaw.
He didn't. I hoisted the prick on my back and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Frisel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit.
Obviously, wrote it down.
He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
And yet you did. Thanks for the story, Rene.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Eversholians. Men with backbone.
Oh, yes, Rene, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please, bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
That seems like a terrible idea. Thank you for your time.